Hello coders, welcome to DevByteSchool Day 6 session of Mastering in Angular. So in this session, we are going to see what are the components and how do we implement components inside our Angular application. If you're new to our channel, I will highly suggest you to subscribe to our channel, click on the bell icon so that whenever we are uploading the new video, you will get the notification for that. We have also created DevByteSchool Telegram group. QR code is visible on the screen. Link is also provided into the description. We are going to share all the resources, interview tips and tricks, and all our new video updates over there. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So what are the components? Components are basic building blocks of Angular. Components consist of TypeScript file, HTML files, and CSS file. HTML file has the HTML render code. Then CSS file has all the stylings, and TypeScript file contains the class with the main properties and our business logic methods. Okay. So as you can see on the screen, app is our main component and it is nested by multiple components. Components 1, component 2, component 6. Again, component 2 is nested with component 3, component 4, and component 5. So this is how our structure is. So let's see for our blogging application, which component we are going to use. So this is the home page, and for the home page, we require a header component. We need a blog list component and footer. For a single blog page, we need a header, single block and comment section. This will be whole separate component and then footer. For login and register pages, we need a header, login and register, those are the separate components, and then footer. For admin pages, we will have a header, left side bar, on the right side, there are multiple components, and then again footer. So let's jump to our code and let's understand this better. So as you can see, when we create the new application, by default, app component is created, which is a root component, right? As you can see, app component is the exported class. But how Angular application will know this is the component class? For that, we use @component annotation. Inside @component annotation, we can see there is a selector. Selector is used to call this component inside another components. Okay. Then as we are using the Angular 17, this is a standalone component. Suppose we need to import any other modules, any other functionalities, any other components, that time we use imports. Template URL is the part to HTML file and style URL is the part to CSS file. Inside this class, we can mention the constructor, on init, on destroy, on changes, all the life cycles we can implement inside this. We can define multiple properties, multiple methods that require for our current components, and the main logic consists into this class. And whatever data we are calling into this TS file, we are passing that to HTML file. So let's try to create two components and see how that works into the Angular. So we will create header and footer as of now, and we will see how that is replicate into our page. To create a new component, we are having command ng-gc, okay? ng for Angular, G for generate, and C for component. And then you specify the path for that component and component name. So ng-gc common/header and hit the enter button. Okay. As you can see inside the app, common folder is created. Inside the common folder, header folder is created. Header is basically our component. As we have already discussed, there is a CSS file, HTML file, TS file, and spec.ts file. Okay. CSS file consists all the stylings. HTML file will have our HTML code that header works. Then spec file is the test file that we will see later, and TS file. It consists all the methods and properties for header. And this is a selector app header. As we are using Angular 17, header component is also standalone component. Okay, and we have defined HTML and CSS paths over here. Suppose we want to import some another component into this, that time we can mention the component name inside the import. For example, we have created the menu component and we need to use that into the header. That time we can mention the menu component over here. Let's create one more component, footer. Okay. Footer component is also created. Same it is also standalone component, and the selector for footer component is app-footer. It is by default created. Let's see how to use those components into our app.component. First of all, you go to app.component TS file. Inside the import, specify header component. It is imported from header component. Okay. Again, we import the footer component, import footer component from footer/footer dot component. Okay. Now go to the HTML file. So router outlet is basically render all our components according to the routes. So after rendering, we need a footer over here, right? App dash footer. We can implement like this. On the top, we need app header, right? So from main class or code is started, and we require header over here, right? App header, and we close app header. Okay. We can import components like this. So now let's execute our code and see what happens. Code is loaded. Great, that works. So you can see the main tag was there, and before main tag, we have inserted app header, which is here. Okay. And after router outlet, we have inserted app footer, which is automatically rendered. So this is how we implement components into our project. Just like that, in the upcoming videos, we are going to create more interesting website. We are going to implement more components, and I will tell you how to maintain the standard as per the industry. That's it for today's video. In the next video, we will discuss about the modules. If you like our video, share with your friends and colleagues. If you are new to our channel, I will highly suggest you to subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell icon so that whenever we are uploading new video, you will get the notification for that. Also join our Telegram group. We will meet in the next video. Till then, happy coding.